All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 6 of the It's a Raptors Ting podcast. This is your host, the Scholar Baller, and we are ready. Okay, so, Raptors Ting, we've been around for a hot minute still. We've been doing our thing. Definitely keeping true to the Toronto man promise of being a lot more consistent with the videos. And you done know already, it's saying it's a Raptors ting. However, however, we're going to be a little more all-encompassing with this video. And we're actually going to deviate from our Raptor-centric content here. And we're going to get into a little bit more of this FIBA business, and for those who don't know, but everyone should know, FIBA is to basketball what FIFA is to soccer, at least on paper. Anyways, I don't want to get too carried away with the global comparisons there, but many of you know Toronto, throughout Canada. Right now, all eyes have been on the Canadian national team. The Canadian national team, they've been playing extremely well in FIBA. And we're at a point now in this tournament where Team Canada is going to be facing Team USA. Now, with this in mind, though, Team USA, they have they got their C team out there, okay? Many people, especially, some of the old heads, they might recognize the reference. They don't have their A team out there, but they definitely got their C team. Team USA's current roster consisting of the likes of, Jalen Brunson, Anthony Edwards, Tyrese Halliburton, Austin Reeves, Paulo Banchero, Michael Bridges, Josh Hart, Brandon Ingram, Jaren Jackson Jr., Cam Johnson, Walker Kessler, and Bobby Portis. Now, all of these guys are serviceable professional players. And of course, Anthony Edwards is a standout star. Jalen Brunson has definitely made a name for himself in the past 2 seasons as well. And Brandon Ingram continues to get overlooked by the New Orleans Pelicans. But that's a whole another arc in itself. Nonetheless, they got their C team out there. The likes of Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, LeBron. Those guys are nowhere near this roster. So it's not really too much of a surprise that they lost. And yeah, this is one of those situations where the U.S. is really going to have a look at their basketball program and realize they can't just grab together a ragtag group of NBA players and expect to win in international competition anymore. I mean, that's just not going to cut it. And quite frankly, I'm glad that USA basketball is being put in its place. Many of you may have heard the comments from the track and field athlete for the United States, Noah Lyles. I believe he is a world champion in track and field. I myself, I'm not too much of a track and field expert. I mean, outside of Usain Bolt, big ups to my Jamaican mandem, But aside from that, Noah Lyles, he made some comments that were deemed as pretty controversial when he made them. These comments consisted of these comments basically stated that he doesn't feel like it's fair for NBA players to be able to call themselves world champions, as the USA is not the world, right? And lo and behold, the fact that Team USA, and again, I know it's FIBA World Cup competition, but they're playing for the bronze medal game. Now, for those who don't know, the bronze medal has a sour taste in the mouth of a lot of Americans, in the sense that the bronze medal game is viewed as a game that the U.S. should be nowhere near, should never celebrate. Historically, going back to the 2004 Olympics, I mean, there's a reason why they never really like to revisit that. So the fact that they're in the bronze medal game, the U.S. is not too happy about it. However, the ultimate cop-out that the U.S. has going for them is they can easily say, well, we didn't really send our best. So that just is what it is right there, on the U.S. side of things. Now, on to my Canadians. Now, this is definitely interesting, as, it could also be argued that Canada doesn't truly have its best out there. But for Canada, like, this is basically like the B plus team, like, like, sure, you don't, who else could you really add to make this team better? Maybe like Jamal Murray, Benedict Mathurin, Andrew Wiggins. This is pretty much as good as it gets for, I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty much as good as it gets for all of the Canucks out there right now. But nonetheless, this roster consisting of roughly 7 active NBA players. The active NBA players: Gillis Alexander, or SGA, Dylan Brooks, RJ Barrett, Dwight Powell, Kelly Olynyk, sorry about that, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, and Lou Dortz. And some of the other players outside of the active NBA players are Zach Edley, Kyle Alexander, Melvin Elgin, Trey Bell Haynes, and Philip Scrub. But like with the Team Canada situation, of course, Dylan, the Peel region goon, as I refer to him as, he's been a defensive pest, and he's definitely doing a lot to show that, his energy. I mean, he definitely has poke the bear energy, and poke the bear energy is usually not good. But I think, from what I'm seeing, and again, I'm taking this with a grain of salt, but from what I'm seeing from Dylan Brooks in this tournament defensively, I think he's learning, like, how to apply his energy. And, you just hope that, at least from, like, the standpoint of, Canadian, watching Canadian basketballers play in the NBA, you hope that discipline transfers to a NBA level. And I'm using the term discipline fully because I know, or not fully, but loosely, because I know I'm talking about Dylan Brooks here. He's got a reputation, but hopefully he seems to have a little more control defensively with what he's doing, and just not getting too caught up in the antics. He had some antics here and there, but definitely not as bad as a regular season. Gillis Alexander has been, the definition of Marvel. I mean, if this guy was a superhero, we know what comic he would be involved in. I mean, I'm just shocked and in awe of how this guy's been playing. Now, it's not a complete shock because this guy's been on the come up for a while, but he's definitely making a case for one of the best guards in the league. And, look for him to be poised to have a breakout season this year. But nonetheless, just quickly, some thoughts, predictions on the game. I've been predicting a win for Team Canada, and I'm hoping for the best right there. And ultimately, Team Canada will have to make use of a lot of strategy, a lot of offensive schemes, because the U.S., they're going to come out ready, and they're going to come out not wanting to lose at all. With that being said, thank you so much for listening to my thoughts, my predictions about Team Canada and FIBA. You know, if you want more Raptors content from Raptors Ting, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Really helps me out in the algorithm a whole lot. With that being said, saying it's a Raptors Ting Ehh.